everyone, it's Autumn. Today I wanted to go ahead and film a fragrance haul video for you. These fragrances I have picked up probably over, I don't know, whenever my last fragrance haul video was. This is everything that I've required. I normally just keep them all on a tray here on the side of my desk until I am ready to film. So I'm gonna be excited to finish this video today so I can put them all away because the tray's getting pretty full. I did film a declutter video at the beginning of the summer. I went through and I decluttered probably over 50 to 60 fragrances, and I sold a lot of them on Mercari and Facebook Marketplace, and I still have a few left that still haven't sold that I need to sell, but for the most part, I've sold most of them, which I'm pretty proud of. I'll probably do another pass through again next spring just to see what I'm using and what I'm not. But anyway, the fragrances that I have here, a lot of them I actually got on Mercari because then you get credits when you sell stuff, and some of them I've like purchased through FragranceNet or department stores and things like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into it. I might have to make this into 2 videos because there are so many here. So I will have the categories down below if you're interested, because I've tried to put them into categories somewhat just in case. So my first fragrance here that I want to talk about is from Clean. This one I left in the box and I'll show you why here in a second. But this is Clean Reserve and this is Suede Oud. And the reason I picked this up is because I really love oud scents, but they can be overwhelming. And the whole thing behind the Clean line is that they're somewhat lighter fragrances. They're a bit airier. They have a clean feeling to them, obviously, hence the name. So I thought that this might be a perfect thing for me to pick up. Unfortunately, when I got it, it had leaked quite a bit, and you can tell in the box. I'll show you here. You can kind of see where the fragrance itself had leaked, and it was brand new and it had the shrink wrap on it. I did contact the seller and they're gonna just send me another one. Apparently, they had a ton of Clean fragrances. I purchased 2 of them from this same seller. Anyway, the smell itself is actually quite nice and woody. And the scent, let me see what it says it's supposed to have in it. It just says Temple Oud, Jasmine, and Bushman Candle. What is Bushman Candle? Dear Google. All right, so Bushman's Candle is just the fallen bark from a desert succulent. Okay. Anyway, this is actually quite nice. This is one I would wear on its own, or I think this one would be great for layering as well. So I picked up 2 more from the Clean Reserve line. The first one I have here is Amber Saffron. And I picked this up because I thought this might be a more subdued version of Baccarat Rouge, just because it also it also contains amber and saffron within the notes. And it's kind of sweet, and it does have a lot of that in it. It's almost like a watered down version. And I like it quite a bit. The notes in it, so the notes on there are actually quite similar because it's got some fruit in with it as well. It's got some orange, the amber, the saffron, and a lot of the notes that are in the Baccarat Rouge. It really is just a more watery version of that. And then the next one I got was Sweet Briar and Moss. And the moss in this one is like a clean forest sort of moss. It's not like an oak moss, which again is a forest moss, but it doesn't have like that, I don't want to say dirty smell, but that like super strong earthy smell to it. Again, it's just a nice watery fragrance. And I was chatting with my friend Amy when she came over. She said that she was kind of afraid of the whole Clean line because of the name Clean. To me, these are just simplified, airy perfumes that I think anybody could wear, but they still have a lot of those real earthy elements. They don't all smell like fresh out of a bath, if that makes sense. I did get 2 from the regular line. The first one is Clean Skin. Again, this is Mercari. You can tell that somebody's used some of it. This, to me, I'm going to be honest, isn't my favorite. I'm not quite sure what I was expecting with the name Skin, but I think this is supposed to smell like if you weren't wearing perfume and you just happen to smell good. I'm gonna use a test strip and see what comes off because I've only ever sprayed it on myself. And let me see what I can pick up on my own. It's a very simplified fragrance though. I know I'm sniffing the wrong side of the test strip, but sorry. It's a really light musk. Mostly all I smell is musk. I think that they say that it contains musk and flowers. And I guess I get a little bit of the flower, but I guess this does kind of smell like if you were to naturally just smell good. There's really nothing that I can pick out from it. And then the last one that I got from Clean is the Ultimate Beach Day. So this one reminds me of suntan lotion, but suntan lotion like at the beach with the air mixed with the sand. It's really nice. So a while back, I did a video talking about my favorite summer scents, and had I had this at the time, I think I might have included it, and this would have been put into like the beach or suntan lotion sort of category that I had in that video. I'll definitely wear this one, I think, next year. It's really nice. All right, so let's hop into some designer fragrances that I only purchased one of from each house. The first thing I want to mention, since I just talked about the Clean fragrances, is this Versace, and this is their Dylan Blue. I was expecting to love the scent because a lot of people really hyped it up on YouTube. This to me smells like the scent beads that you buy at the grocery store to add extra scent to your towels. I wasn't super impressed with it. Now, I will say my friend Amy, who has a channel here on YouTube, she's wonderful, by the way. If you haven't checked her out, please check her out. I'll put a link to her up here and then maybe have something here so you can see what I'm talking about. It is a nice fragrance. My friend Amy came over and she was like, oh, I actually love that scent because it's got clover in it, which is unusual. And her nose is probably better than mine. I'm not sure I can pick out the clover, and maybe that's just because I don't know what clover on its own smells like. But it 100% just smells like laundry product to me. I did spray a little bit on my hand when she was here. We were talking about it, and the dry down wasn't as offensive. So maybe this would be one that I would spray lightly and then let it sit, and then I can enjoy it later, or just goes nose blind to it. Or if I just wanted to smell like fresh laundry, this would be a great one, I guess. The next one I want to talk about is Air de Joya. So I love Aqua de Joya. So I'm like, well, obviously I need the Air de Joya. So I picked it up and I'm just gonna do a little spray here so I can refresh my memory. Yeah, again, this, if this smells like the beads you put in there, this to me at first spray smells like the blue downy fabric softener you put in. Again, not bad, but they're very, very fresh sorts of scents. And not the type of fresh that I typically go for. Like the Aqua de Joya, I'm all about it. But this one, I would think by looking at the notes, I would think I would like it. Because it's got cypress and moss and patchouli, salt, neroli, mandarin orange. I think it must be the peony in here. That, like that floral is what is giving that to me. Again, the dry down isn't as bad. I'm not saying bad. It's not bad at all. It's not in my taste. All right, so the next one that I picked up is Chloe, and this is Nomad. This one I love. This is earthy while not being like overly hippie, if that makes sense, which there's nothing wrong with overly hippie, but this is earthy and chic at the same time. And it's sweet. This, I think, this isn't one that I would be able to pick out from in a crowd, like, oh my gosh, you're wearing this. Like I can a lot of the fragrances I love. But it's really nice. You don't get a lot of the oak moss until the dry down. And again, it's not overwhelming. A lot of scents, and I guess they would call them like what, chypres? That have like the citrusy top and then the oak moss in the base, which this one has. I don't know if this one is marketed as a chypre, and I know I'm probably saying that wrong too, but Anyway, I don't know if it's marketed as that, but this is very chic and like less earthy of one, but it's a good one. All right, so let's talk about Guerlain Terracotta. So I had been trying to hunt this down for years. And for whatever reason, it was scarce. And then all of a sudden I was able to find it on overstock.com. This smells beautiful. And normally Guerlain scents go very powdery. And this is a bit powdery, but it's like a very luxurious powder. And maybe it's just bringing me back to that because I used to have the Terracotta bronzer for my face. But it's really sweet and deep while still, this is like expensive lady, like spa suntan lotion. So yeah, that one's very nice and I was pleasantly surprised with that. This one I featured in my summer scents video. This is Gucci Memoir. And then the other words, I don't know, I can't say anything. This is so interesting to me because the chamomile makes it spicy. It's unisex in a really weird way. And then the way it dries down on my skin is beautiful. I talk about it more in that video, but I really do enjoy that one. All right, I am back. My camera was overheating. So I was talking about this Dolce & Gabbana number 14, and I think it's called La Temperance. This scent, based off the notes, you would think it's something I would hate. And it's actually a very gentle, soft floral. And I don't mind it. It's a really nice soft floral. What I will say though is just upon smell, it's not typically something I would pick up. But I do kind of have a thing for really sort of plain packaging. And the fact that it's numbered, it's almost like I don't know, like a formula or like part of a series, which it was originally part of a series, and a lot of them aren't for sale anymore except for one of them, which I'll have here on the screen, and I do have that one as well. And I was really interested in this line when it came out, and I don't know why they discontinued most of them, and they're very hard to find. So I did pick this one up when it did become available. Now, from a marketing standpoint, they did take off the number to the one that they are still like selling that hasn't been discontinued. And I get it because I think it might be the only one left. There may be others, but I don't know. But for me, in a marketing standpoint, the only reason I bought it, honestly, is because it has the number and it's a part of a series. And if you're somebody who collects perfume, which I don't like to be considered a collector because I get rid of what I don't like and what I don't use. But let's be real here. I have over 200 perfumes. I mean, seems very collector-y like to me. But yeah, honestly, I just bought it because of the way it was marketed, and they don't even market it that way anymore. So yeah, I think that's kind of a miss on their part. I think they should have kept up with those bottles and the numbers. It has like a very apothic feel to me. So the next one I want to talk about is Twilight by Sarah Jessica Parker. And this one, again, is something typically I wouldn't buy, and I didn't buy it. My friend Amy, who is here on YouTube, gifted it to me. And this is interesting because smelling it, it seems like a mix between her Lovely scent, which this is part of the Lovely collection, if you look down here. It seems very similar to that scent, but then also like maybe if you mixed in a little bit of Stash, and that's from the incense that is also in this. But so it seems like a powdery incense thing. I haven't worn it. I'll have to let you know if this is something that I actually enjoy and what I think of it. But the sad thing is the only Sarah Jessica Parker scent that I have kept so far has been Stash. I've been disappointed by the others. Not to say that they're not great fragrances, they're just not typically what I would like to smell like. And since Stash was my first one, I keep expecting all of the other ones to be similar, and they're definitely not. The next one that I picked up is Girl of Now by Elie Saab, or is it Elie Saab? I don't know how you pronounce it. But I picked this one up because of the pistachio note. And I'm going through this thing right now where I noticed that all of my scents were uber masculine. Like I had decluttered not all, but like most of the more feminine scents. I was on the hunt for a sweet gourmand that maybe I could layer with other scents or even wear on its own for around the holidays. Typically, I don't like to wear scents that smell like food, just because also my body sweats and puts off its own odor and it's just kind of off-putting. But this one, I think, with the pistachio, which obviously is still a food, it kind of balances a little bit. It is very sweet though. This is, again, typically not something I would wear, but I will wear it and get back to you guys and let you know how it works out. All right, so sticking with gourmands, I bought quite a few again. So one's a repurchase and actually two are repurchases. So I'll go ahead and I'll jump into those. But again, I noticed that I had very manly smelling scents and we're coming into fall, and something about the crisp air in the fall and winter makes me feel like I can wear a little bit more of a gourmand scent as opposed to in the summertime. So, and I don't know why I set these rules for myself. It's just something in my brain. These are not actual fragrance rules because there are no rules to fragrance. You just wear what makes you feel confident and comfortable and all that good stuff. But so I did pick this up from Clinique and it's the My Happy, and this one is called Cookies and Kisses. I had a little sample of this and I was like, whoa, that smells like potent. Like it was super potent. If I can get it open. It was super potent and sweet. And this whole line, these bottles, once I get it open, you'll see, are kind of tall and skinny. And they are made to layer with each other. So like you would mix this with another fragrance to get something. But I have tons of fragrances to layer. I wasn't really interested in any of the other scents from this particular line. And so I just got this one. So as you can see, it's a very tall, thin sort of fragrance. I'm just gonna spray it on the box. Yeah. It's like a sugar cookie. Super sweet. I like the fact that it's also in this like small bottle like this. This would be perfect to travel with. Now that I actually am traveling again. Well, I was traveling there for a while again, and then I had my hamstring surgery, and now I'm at home for the next month and a half. But that's also part of the reason why I've been buying so much, is because I'm just sitting here bored. I'm like, what can I do? Oh, I'm gonna buy some stuff. All right, so then moving on, this is really inexpensive. This is from Target, and this is from their Mix Bar line of fragrances that they have, and this is vanilla bourbon. So again, I've been on the hunt for a really good vanilla that I can layer with things. And I don't like normally like a cupcake cookie vanilla, even though I got this one called Cookies and Kisses. It's typically not the type I like. I want like a really dirty sort of vanilla, which there is, I think, a fragrance called like Dirty Vanilla, and maybe I should just buy it. But I want something that's like mixed with like smoke and bourbon and things like that. This is really nice. And did I say what it's called? This is called Vanilla Bourbon number 9. It's really nice. The longevity isn't really there in this one though. So I did end up repurchasing a love of mine that I'll show you here. It's the Atelier Cologne. As you can see, I've already used quite a bit of it. This is my favorite vanilla fragrance that has ever existed. It is just so good. Again, the notes and stuff will be on the screen. But I've used quite a bit of it. But when I ordered it, they had a deal going on to where you buy that and then you get a free fragrance. And the free fragrance I got is this one. I think it's, what is it called? Yeah, it's called Bois Blondes, I think. And it has neroli and woody notes and vetiver and all that good stuff, incense. So again, I thought this would be a good one. You can pair them together or, you know, whatever. But, and it came with like this little leather case to go over it, which I thought was cute. So another vanilla fragrance that I got is this Namat Vanilla Musk. I got this from Ulta. It was fairly inexpensive. I actually really love the smell of this. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. But here's the problem. It has plastic, like black plastic inside of the lid. And then when I go to screw it on, I don't know if my camera's gonna pick it up here. Yeah, it does. the bits of plastic come off on the lid. So that's really obnoxious. So if I had to do this over again, even though Ulta doesn't carry the rollerball version, I would get the rollerball version. But this does smell really, really good. Another super sweet fragrance that I picked up is Aquilina Pink Sugar. This to me just smells like straight up cotton candy. The reason I picked it up though is I've had it before and I ended up decluttering it and giving it to my daughter, and she's 12 and she used it up. But then I remembered how I like to layer this with eccentric molecules, and it kind of gives that super sweet scent, but then also the woodiness from the eccentric molecules. And I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna get that, try it again, you know, whatever. This I picked up is Vanille Apricot, and this is by Sud Pacifique. And with this, I'm gonna spray it on the thing and see if it's different on my skin. When I sprayed it on my skin before, it had a very sort of milky sweetness to it. It's not as bad on the test strip, but on me, I get a little bit more of the apricot this time. This doesn't last that long too. Like on the test strip, it's almost hard to even smell. But anyway, when I wore it on myself before, it had like a milky quality to it that reminded me of when I worked at Dairy Queen when I was in high school, and you're making shakes and blizzards. Like there's like a blender that comes down and you put the cup up on it and you do this. But then like the shake or blizzard or whatever, the ice cream leaves a stripe on your shirt. And so while you're working there, you have like a stripe across your shirt just from milk being flung on it. And it reminded me of that on my skin because it's like a sweet milk that starts to go off a little bit. And on the test strip, I'm not getting that, but on my skin I did. So maybe I'll try it again and see, but it just wasn't for me on when I used it. So I did purchase 2 commodity scents. They had a while back a buy one get one free sale, and this was still on me being on the hunt for a good vanilla, and so I picked up Bois. And I think they're doing the buy one get one free sale because they are getting ready to change the packaging, which I got a sneak peek. It's not going to be like as big here, it'll just be taller, but the packaging will be the same other than that, it looks like. But anyway, this is really nice. It's like vanilla and wood. Is the best way to describe it. Again, all the notes are going to be on the screen for you to see, but I really enjoy that one. It's one of my favorites. So Book was my favorite before, and then these 2 that I purchased are right up there with Book for me. And I have almost all of the commodity fragrances that came in the gray and the black. I only have one in the white, but I have all of the gray and black commodity fragrances pretty much. So since they had a buy one get one free at Commodity and I was looking for a vanilla type scent, I did go ahead and I picked up the scent Velvet. This one to me is more of like a fall vanilla scent because it has clove in it along with the wood in the vanilla. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. It's beautiful. I highly suggest this one. Out of the vanillas I picked up, obviously this is my all-time favorite vanilla, but then this scent, even though it's not straight up vanilla, I don't have to mix it with anything. It's perfect. It's beautiful. I love it. Okay, so I picked up 3 fragrances through Mercari from my selling from Bon Perfumer, and this is the first one. Again, vanilla here, and then I have 2 more. I already had 1 from them, which I absolutely love the smell of, and so I wanted to try a couple of more. And they usually just give you like 3 notes to kind of give you a feel for the perfume. So I chose some based off of my preferences or what I'm currently looking for. So this first one is 402, and it's vanilla, caramel, and santal, which I'm pretty sure, isn't santal just like sandalwood? But anyway, it's a nice, sweet, woody vanilla. I mean, the name, at least this one I found when spraying it, it doesn't last that long, or maybe I just become nose blind to it. But it's a very beautiful, sort of easygoing vanilla scent. The next one I got is, I think THE, that way is tea. Is it just tea? Cardamom and mimosa. I could be wrong. Again, notes will be on the screen. Yeah, it's definitely tea. This is really nice and light. With a hint of the spice from the cardamom. It's a good one. And then I got eucalyptus, coriander, and cypress, which is 701. Oh my gosh. The coriander and like this whole thing. I think this one, out of the 3 Bond perfumers that I picked up this time, this one's my favorite. This one's nice. So I picked up 2 scents from Lancome, and the first one is Oud Bouquet, or Oud Bouquet, however you want to say it. The packaging is gorgeous. It feels heavy, it has a magnetic lid, it just kind of screams luxury to me. This is one that I would put out on like a dressing table, like it's so beautiful. And it's a very sweet oud. I love this. This is beautiful. This is one of those that I feel like I can't be without now. It's like one of my top fragrances. It's so nice. And then the other one I got from Lancome is one of those, I think this is probably considered a Chypre fragrance as well. And I went ahead and I got Magi Noir. I've been curious about it because I've seen lots of different types of reviews on it. And this, as far as the notes in it, I get right off the top, I get the oak moss. This is like super earthy. And I'm not sure what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting this. I don't even think I looked at the notes. I think just the name got me. But I'm gonna have to wear it. Also, the cap is like really hard to get on and off, but I'm gonna have to wear it to form like a full opinion. But this one, as far as ingredients goes, it's one of those perfumes like Clinique Aromatics that has everything in it but the kitchen sink. So I guess sticking with my whole oud theme here, from the Lancome and moving on, this is Goddess by Lush. Honestly, I think that the name Goddess is what got me, like as far as a marketing standpoint, like a perfume called Goddess. But this has oud, sandalwood, osmanthus, jasmine, rose. It even says it has some powdery notes in it. And I do get the powder, and it kind of softens everything else to bring it around and make it a little bit more feminine. But I think that this could be worn by women and men. It's really nice. I need to stop smelling it before I go nose blind to everything. It's really nice, and I just have to find the right time like to wear it. I'm not 100% sure that it's like my cup of tea, but the name got me, the notes got me. It's nice. This has been on my list for a while, and I think it's because the beautiful gold packaging, and then also, I'm not gonna lie, I have yet to dislike a Versace sort of fragrance other than the Dylan Blue that I just got. The notes in this were just screaming to me. It's got saffron and it's got oud. Again, I haven't really worn it. I've just sprayed it, so I really can't give you a full review really on any of these fragrances. I've only worn this one because I've used up an entire bottle before, and like the Aquilina. Other than that though, most of these are new to me. So there is a thing on Fragrantica where you can go in and start typing in notes and see what perfumes contain those notes. And I was looking for a fragrance with oud and vanilla in it because, again, I love oud and I'm trying to incorporate more sort of vanilla into what I enjoy. And this popped up, Oud Vanille. This is by Frank Oliver, and this was a steal. It was like $25, like it wasn't expensive at all. Which the bottle though, you can kind of see the bottle isn't like an expensive bottle. It's fine enough, but the cheap plastic top that hardly wants to come off. But the smell It definitely smells like a head shop. Let me look at the notes here. Yeah, it's got incense and oddly enough, it doesn't say that it has oud in it, but it says woody notes, so I'm guessing that's it. But it's got incense, vanilla, and caramel. And spices. Very head shop vibes to me. And I do like it, but I sprayed it on my hand and it lasted through like washing my hand multiple times. So this is one that you want to spray sparingly. It's super potent. So then I got two Serge Lutens fragrances, and honestly I just got them because my friend Amy did a video talking about Serge Lutens, and I went and I looked for a couple fragrances that fit exactly what I was looking for, and that I think that I would actually get use out of. So I got this one, which is Datura Noir, and it's beautiful. You can actually even smell the tuberose and the heliotrope in it. It's really nice, and I was surprised by it being a floral, but like also not being super feminine. It's a nice one. And then I also got this Un Bois Vanille. Again, I pronounce everything wrong. And this one is just a nice vanilla. And I haven't worn this one yet. I have worn this one though, but I'll keep you guys posted. All right, so the next two I want to talk about are ones that I don't even know how I missed them when they came out, and then I don't even know if they're discontinued or if you can get them straight from her website. But Kristen Ess is a hair care line that you can purchase at Target and Ulta. And the shampoos and all the products smell really good, like spa quality good. And they are affordable, and that's actually the shampoo that I use, although like look at my hair, it's not really that great of an example, but it is the shampoo, and I use a ton of the products and love them. Anyway, she came out with a couple more fragrances, I think, to match the fragrances of the other hair care lines, but the only two I picked up were the Translucence one, which is this one. And then I also got the One Signature, and this smells just like my shampoo. Yeah, it's nice. And then the I don't know what to tell you. The notes will be on the screen. And then the Translucence one, this one it smells a lot like something mixed in with the Centric Molecules. It has the ISO-y super in it. But again, it's something that if you wear that hair care line and you wanted to smell more like it, you can use these. They're great. So the next two were still in the boxes because I already own these fragrances, but I couldn't pass up the deal at Kohl's. So as many of you know, Kohl's is partnering with Sephora, and so they're getting rid of their beauty counters and the already existing stuff that they have in there for the stores that are partnering with Sephora. And so I went in and I found these for 90% off. And these are the Elizabeth and James Nirvana fragrances. I got Black and Rose, which I already have them, but I couldn't pass this up for $6.80, which is my favorite. The black, which I think the black and white were the originals, but the black, you know, has long been a favorite. And then the rose, and that was $8.50. I couldn't pass it up, especially if they're being discontinued. Like, I just kind of wanted to, I guess, have a backup, which I mean, with all the perfume I have, I really should not be buying backups, but I couldn't resist. So I picked those up. And then I had a wish list of perfumes that I've really been wanting to try, and two of them were from Replica, and I went ahead and I just bought them. The first one is Whispers in the Library. And then the second one I got is Autumn Vibes, which this is, I think, their newer release. My name's Autumn. I love the smell of like outdoorsy things, and it's supposed to smell like a woody trail and red leaves. And it does, it's beautiful. And then the Whispers in the Library, I just got that one because Book from Commodity was my favorite, and I love the smell of books and paper. So I just wanted to pick that up. Although Commodity is coming back with the scent paper that I never got to try, but they're bringing it back. So that is one that I will definitely probably pick up. Definitely, probably. So I've been curious about this scent for a while by Fresh, and it's the Cannabis Santal. And I'm not sure what I was expecting. I think I was expecting it to have like a hint of cannabis in it, but this straight up to me smells like marijuana. I don't mind it, but I've got to be careful where I wear this. Obviously, I don't want to like wear it to work. But it is a nice, fresh, beautiful scent, but it does, to me, smell a lot like pot, which I guess it should, the name. Okay. I purchased a couple of Burberry fragrances. I really like their perfumes. I have quite a few. One of which was my signature scent in college. And I decided to pick up a couple more because Maison Francis Kurkdjian was the perfumer for these two. And this is, I just threw the box out and didn't even look. I think it's called, yeah, this is Burberry Her. And to me, it smells a lot like Baccarat Rouge. It's not a dupe, but it is very similar. I plan on doing a video with all of the fragrances that are supposed to smell similar. I'm going to compare them and talk about what the closest dupe is and the differences. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you subscribe. I also got the My Burberry in this container, which this is beautiful. I love the tortoiseshell sort of top. Let me spray this. If I remember correctly, when I wore this, it's very green. Yeah. It's a dewy green scent. It's beautiful. And I purchased that around the spring. So, I mean, it's been a while since I filmed a fragrance haul. That's good. And then I did finally break down and get a full size of Baccarat Rouge 540. I had bought a sample before and I loved it. And I'm like, I'm not going to spend that much on a perfume. Well, then I did. So, it smells so good. I love it. So I am one of those people who picked this up. I kind of feel gross about it, but I really like the scent. All right, so now I want to talk about Hermes. So I went on an outing with my friend Amy. I think I've mentioned her like 10 times in the video, but we went on an outing up in Cleveland and we ended up going to, I believe it was a Nordstrom. And we smelled this along with another fragrance I'm going to show you here in a minute. And I ended up buying the other one there, but then I couldn't stop thinking about this one. And this is Sur la Lagune by Hermes. It's part of their Jardin line. This is watery and woody. It has depth to it all at the same time, without being like overly fresh, if that makes sense. So I really like that. And then I did do a repurchase here. I picked up a larger size of the Hermes Elixir de Marvelise. I don't know how you pronounce it, but I did pick up a larger size of this. So I have a smaller size that I keep in my travel bag because I love the smell so much. And so I wanted to have one that I could keep in here. So I did get another one. This is beautiful. This scent is absolutely beautiful. I feel like it's also a scent you could wear year round. It's sweet, but not too sweet. You can wear it around the holidays because it's kind of got like a sort of spiced orange effect. It's beautiful. And then also though, I picked up Eau de Marvelise, and I think this is this an EDT? Yeah, this is the EDT. So I went ahead and I picked this up and I thought, well, maybe I'll wear this one in the summer. This smells really good, but I'm telling you, the Elixir, yeah, this is good. The Elixir though is like so much better, but I'll definitely get used out of that. It's beautiful. And then I did pick up 2 Diptyque scents. So the first one I got is Odile. Is that how you say it? I don't know. But I really like these because the imagery on the bottles are all different. Smells so good. And then look at the imagery. That's beautiful. So then the other one that I also ended up picking up while I was with my friend Amy is this one, L'Ombre d'un Lau. Again, I can't say anything. And again, look at the swan. It's so nice. This one is very green, and that's why I liked it so much and it stood out. It's not really like anything that I have. Fresh foliage like is all I get from this. It's beautiful. So was really excited to get both of those. I've had a couple of Diptyque samples before, but I've never had a full size, so I was excited to get those. So the last thing I have to share with you are fragrance oils. So I'm going to first share the ones from Maison Anthony Marmon. And the first one, and I think these were all, gifted to me from Amy. And this first one is Oud de Corleone. Now, I thought I was going to like this because it's an oud, but it's super strong. It's mixed with chocolate, I believe. Oh, it's too much. I can't do that one. Then I got this one called Hind. And I really like that one. It's sweet. Again, it kind of gives you head shop vibes. And this last one is I Am, which is their Imperial Asiatic Musk. And this one's much lighter than the other two, I would say, but maybe it's one that warms up since it's a musk on the body. Again, I haven't worn it yet. And then I did place an order through Oil Perfumery to get a couple more of those. I'm kind of obsessed with them, especially the traveling and stuff that I did. I used a lot of Oil Perfumery scents because they take up less room. So I picked up Oud. I don't know. I picked this one up. It's supposed to be the Christian Dior dupe. I'll put the picture of the Christian Dior one here on the screen for you in the notes. And then I picked this one up, which is Incense Mythique D'Orient by Guerlain. And these are a great way to try scents if you feel like, you know, you want to try a scent profile, but you're not sure if you want to commit to a hefty price tag. These are like $14 each. Try it out. If you absolutely love it and you go through a whole one, like maybe splurge and get the real thing, you know? This is Guerlain's Double Vanille. This, I don't know how to say the first word. And then I got Angel Share by Kilian, which I thought I would like that one, but it's okay. It's not my favorite. I got the Love by Kilian, Don't Be Shy. This one I really do like. I used it quite a bit while I traveled. I took this one with me. It's actually super sweet though, which I was surprised that that's something that I would wear, but I actually like it quite a bit. Rouge Trafalgar by Christian Dior. So Christian Dior has like this beautiful line of super expensive fragrances. And I want them all just, again, based on that super plain packaging that I love. But again, this is a great way for me to be able to try scents. So anyway, those are all the fragrances that I have picked up over the last couple of months. If you want a review on any particular fragrance, let me know. Also, let me know what you've been picking up and what you've been loving. I'd love to hear about it. And if you want to keep in contact with me, since my videos are pretty sporadic, I post on Instagram stories all the time. You can come find me over on Instagram. Anyway, thank you so much for watching if you made it this far, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye. I'm slipping away.